Hello, everyone. This is David Lewis with Philosophy Video Game Philosophy, and we are finally back with my friend Xuanwei or Wesley Liu. We were going to do Fontaine or Fontaine, as the French accurately call it. But we're gonna have to put Nahida and Farina to the next time because I felt like it was right to honor the New Year, even though that story is better. But I think the stuff that came out of the Lantern Rite is fabulous. Probably the best Lewis stuff out there. So include only rivaled by Zhongli, but this is equally as good as Zhongli. Maybe probably better than Zhongli. So would you like to introduce yourself again for everyone who has not seen any of your videos before, your our partnerships before?
Sure. So my name is Wesley, and I am the Chinese philosophy specialist.
Yes. And we will be the audio will be in Chinese. This is still the English version of the game, so English is below. But yeah, sorry. Well, people like people. Well, no, people prefer the Japanese, but okay. Let's go.
前，里月曾经发生过一场非常严重的旱灾，无数人走投无路，或是日夜祈祷，或是背井离乡。我没有经历过那段艰难的时光，不过仅仅是看书中的描述，也能感受到当时刻骨铭心的绝望。伴随着旱灾，有毒的瘴气也不停扩散，眼见广袤的土地将沦为荒漠，多亏流云真君出手，才稳住了局面。关于这段历史，书里是这么记载的：仙人来灾，流云蓬蓬；仙人来灾，借风赫赫。勃然云会，沛然雨下，驱旱逐利，解民危困。哇，这么厉害！
哎，凡间典籍多有夸大之词，本仙不过略尽薄力罢了。即便没有本仙，也会有其他仙人出手相助。
但是那场规模巨大的旱灾确实是你出手解决的吧？你真的可以呼风唤雨吗？感觉对你刮目相看了。之前叫你仙鸟确实是我不对，你没生我的气吧？
可笑，行走世间，姓名不过一个代号，本仙又怎么会真的因此动怒？
哦，那我就放心了，以后我就看心情叫吧。嘿嘿。
本仙的事就说到这儿吧。甘雨，身。
All right. So first, I'd like you to tell us again for people who have not watched the Shunhe episode about the significance of the crane and for China because she is a crane.
Right. So
you have seen this character before.
Yes.
She's Shunhe's.
That was our last video, I believe. No, our last video was
video we did. The first video we did was about Shunhe. That she's Shunhe's. Well,
Yes.
she's Shunhe's. Apparently, she's also Ganyu, and she's a lot of people. She's honestly a lot of people's master, it seems. So tell us about the significance of the crane.
So crane is normally symbolized. Is normally symbolizing a sense of peace, a sense of austerity, like and a sense of auspiciousness, right? If we say that some respected people are passing away, then we would rhetorically say that they went to the west riding a crane, right? Something like that. And the crane is usually associated with xian, right? So only xian would be able to have a crane as a companion or something similar. And crane is definitely special than many other birds, like chicken or something. We do have a idiom for saying that someone is so special. We will say that they're just like a crane standing among a bunch of chickens, right? So something like that. And culturally, crane would be something very respected, and they're somewhat mysterious, but in a non-frightening way, in a very peaceful and close way.
Mm-hmm. And is it accurate that cranes could transform into humans, or I guess godly? Or
I don't recall any. Maybe in Kung Fu
this general divine.
right.
If there's a Xian that's an animal, can it transform into a human? If it's like an immortal animal.
Yeah, but I don't recall any specific characters that was a crane and then turned into it.
But Xian could generally do that if they're animals.
Yeah. I mean, like if they're Xian, then of course.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
And about the poem that we
now tell me about the story. Is there anything that clicks for any legends that might be playing upon?
I
Okay.
don't think there's any
Shen
specific legend, or maybe there's just so many legends that's about asking for the rain. This is heavily related to Chinese witchcraft, right? That we ask for something that's useful from the nature, right? There's asking about rain in drought. There's asking about help in flooding, and there's asking about different things about human's life, right? The societal well-being and things like that. And petition for rain is definitely one of the most frequently happened ceremony or ritual that different parts of Chinese regions would do. And I think some practices are still happening in China, right?
Now tell me again about what you think they're playing with. I know you talked about this with Shunhe, but about why they make the majority of the Xian, the Adepti, animals. You think what are they playing with that?
Partly because that Chinese culture value animals in several different ways. The most primary way to value an animal is, are they delicious? I'm sorry, but that's true. Like if you look at
Wesley's vegan. Wesley's vegan. I am not, but Wesley is.
Yep.
With Wesley, I am vegan, but when I'm not with Wesley, I'm not vegan.
But if you look at the Sutra of Mountain and River, what was it called? Mountain and Ocean Sutra.
Dolgen.
Yeah, right. They would like they depict all these creatures that like some bird that has a human face, or some a turtle that has a like snake tail, or like there's so many different creatures, but they would say in the last sentence, like after their like expressions, their personalities, their appearances and things like that, they would say, are they delicious, and can we use it for medicine? Like yeah, right. So it's very practical for us to think about.
Connected in it. That will be the purpose of the little clip I have for the Chenyu Vale quest. I'm gonna show you one where it's about humans coexist with nature. That's the theme.
Right. So I think in this relationship, like, I mean, except the humor of that, I think we are creating a sense of trust between ourselves, the present day, and our ancestors. That our ancestors care for the well-being of this species, this civilization in particular, and giving out knowledge for transforming creatures into resource is something that's very useful, something that's deliberate and something that could just nurture the civilization, right? It's like finding a cure for particular illnesses, disease, and like things like that. It's creating a healing element, right? And also a human-centric perspective, right? Which will be, I mean, like beneficial for a
All right.
society to prolong. Maybe there's other problems to it, but anyways, the other theme or the other idea that's around animal would be the closeness that human has to animals, right? There's a sense of bond between humans and animals, and
Right.
such bond because of sentience, I think, right? So sometimes we would value an animal higher if they represent intellect and emotional connectedness, right? Cats and dogs are companions of people. More intellectual beings like octopus or fox or even pig would be valued for their like intellectual capacities and things like that, right? Maybe not so much for pig because
pigs are actually very smart. That's
yeah,
actually
they are very smart, but culturally, like
yeah,
if you refer to somebody as a pig, then you're basically telling them that they are lazy and stupid, and right?
And Pig's depiction in Journey to the West is not too flattering.
Yeah, true. So maybe there's a level of like cultural spontaneity, like something random happened in this process, or they just didn't care for the intellectual part of the pig, but their deliciousness. And but anyways, there's many in many legends in Chinese civilization, we would value particular animals as xian, or as something culturally special, something that we can't just
Zodiac, the New Year, the New Year, which is what we're here for. Yes.
Right.
We should probably move forward.
Yes, let's continue.
This is a long sequence. I will try to skip through it as much as I can, but this is actually like 15, like 10, 20 minutes. So
如此，我才不能再逃避了。
okay, basically to give you, because I'm skipping right to the end as we always do. This is a grandmother who has no memories, and apparently she's some great hero, and we're on this journey to remember what she is, and she's clearly realized that she's committed a great sin. I will say this actually relates a lot to the reveal in Fontaine. The themes of this in Fontaine are not, there's no sacrifice. Well, there is a sacrifice, but a different kind of sacrifice. But I think this actually intersects a lot with what we'll be talking about with Fontaine. So
陪着你，正因如此，我才不能再逃避了。我曾经犯了一个错，一个无法弥补的错。是我们在绝云间听到的过错吗？到底发生了什么？我其实并非人类。100年之前，我本是生活在奥藏山的一只野鹤，日复一日的餐风饮露，不知为何有了灵智。此处的主人，也就是流云仙君，发现了我，给我讲了许多故事，还传授给我修行的秘法。虽然仙君并未明言，但我一直视他为师傅。仙君研究机关术的时候，我也会在旁边观摩学习。有时我也会想，就这样下去的话，或许有一天，我可以修炼成真正的仙人。时间就这样慢慢过去，直到50年前。50年前？
正是。在仙君为我讲述的故事中，我得知了仙君曾消除旱灾，解救万民。他是我最憧憬的人，我的梦想就是成为像他一样的仙人。所以，我也想像他一样奔走四方，让世间不再有人受干旱之苦。但那时候，我根本不是真正的仙人，用不了化形之法。仙君得知后，专门为我研制了一种化形药。仙君曾对我说，药效只能持续10年，10年后若是不变回野鹤，我就将永远忘记身为野鹤的过去，变成非兽、非人、非仙的存在。
该不会这就是健忘症的由来？
I gotta stop that there for now. I told you this was like Fontaine.
Mhm.
You remember the big reveal of Fontaine, but I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't played that. But yeah, what is the value of humanity? About the is this anything about? So you told me that cranes don't become people, so this is completely new. But anything that you can relate to, or anything philosophical that you can bring up with us so far? It's touching. It's very touching. It hits on that note, but what about the actual philosophy?
Right.
Or do you need more?
I might need a bit more. I was thinking maybe I could recall something, some story in the past about regret, about like redemption, but I don't think I have anything registered.
是啊，我有了喜欢的人。他虽然是人类，但之前都在天衡山闭关修炼，也是第一次下山，冒冒失失的，笨手笨脚的，还赶不上我呢。但他偏偏和我一样，一腔热血，不管不顾的想要荡平世间一切苦难。于是我喜欢上了他。可化形药有期限呢，10年，一眨眼就到了。我不想和他分开，所以我……
啊，怎么会这样？
所以我犯了一个过错。我想，就算以后的人生充满坎坷，就算变成非人非仙的怪物，我也想和他在一起。我知道自己辜负了师父的期望，没脸再见师父。我写了一封长信，托人带到奥藏山，放在仙君门外。我不敢当面跟师父说，觉得师父不可能同意这份姻缘，所以我躲起来了，躲得远远的，躲到没有人能找到的地方。可是坎坷才刚刚开始，我患上了一些怪病，记忆错乱，昏迷不醒。这也正常，我本就是强行保留了人的身份，这是我应得的报应。因为失去了野鹤的记忆，我甚至不知道这些病的由来。唯一有印象的，就是自己犯了错，所以我常常祈祷，想要得到宽恕。现在回想起来，幸亏当时在望舒客栈，我偶然买到了掺杂仙人之血的丹药，不然大概在那时候，我就……
奶奶，你怎么了？
偶然，怎么会有这么巧的事呢？仙人之血，难道说仙君当时那个商人，该不会……
本仙听闻，若逢人类喜结连理，家中长辈总要准备些礼物。丹药之物，就当是本仙的一点心意吧。
原来是这样啊！ 所谓的隐姓埋名、远走高飞，不过是我的一厢情愿。我其实并没有藏好，是吗？
本仙记得以前在奥藏山的时候，你很喜欢玩一个游戏。你会躲在鹤群之中，让本仙猜哪一只才是真正的你，而本仙总能轻易地找到正确答案。鹤时如此，人时亦然。
等一下，我怎么突然有点听不懂了？为什么故事里突然出现了流云真君？到底发生了什么？
罢了，还是本仙亲自把这个故事补全吧。当时本仙看到你留的信，气不打一处来，已经做好了去兴师问罪的准备。说实话，你挑的那年轻小辈，本仙不太满意。作为天衡方士，他的悟性明显不足，驱使符箓毫无技巧可言。但本仙观察了一段时间，他无微不至地照顾病重的你，久守病榻而未有一句怨言，足见此人心性尚可。其他的，本仙便也不计较了。本仙不愿见此等憾事，于是取来多种天灵地宝，以自身血为媒介炼成丹药。虽无法根除化形药的副作用，但多少可以压制几分。至于怎么交给你，本仙思前想后，还是决定亲自走一趟。为了不被认出，本仙特地学习易容变装之法，确认无误之后，才赶往望舒客栈，假扮商人将丹药交托给你。你果真丝毫不疑，甚至未有半分察觉本仙也曾是你熟悉的人。唉，真不知本仙该为伪装成功而高兴，还是该为形同陌路而难过。本仙想跟你说的，又岂止这一件事。本仙明白你丧失记忆，但服用过仙人之血会引起魔物觊觎，这么简单的道理你也忘了吗？身体虚弱的时候还到处乱跑，如果不是本仙恰好赶到，你就真要和那年轻小辈做一对亡命鸳鸯了。单纯魔物很难聚成这般浪潮，多半是受魔神残渣影响。那些魔神残渣，或许也是在你身上感受到本仙的气息，才如此穷追不舍吧。怎么说，本仙也参与了魔神战争，其中一些家伙，说不定当初就是被本仙打碎的。总之，你没事便好。早晨听闻婴儿的啼哭，见到你小心翼翼地抱着他，本仙虽非凡躯，亦能深深感受到你的喜悦。这样就够了。大概就是这样。
等等，难道说我小时候见到的白鹤仙人，其实也是……
哦，这一件啊，差点忘记讲了。你和远代一模一样，都不让本仙省心。那年你发了高烧，本仙准备带你回洞天医治，不想你见到本仙又哭又闹，说什么也不肯跟本仙一起。
Sure, I think we can start talking about. Wow, they have so many stories. She has done so much. Wow.
Well, skip the tale of her race with Mountain Carver, where she decided to that he beat the deer once by flying, and then the deer she said okay, I won't fly, so she makes a bike and beats him that way.
Makes bike? Okay.
The whole deal is she's an inventor. She's like she's
right.
Okay, this is just the story of how she healed Shuyu's sickness. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, right. That's a very classic model for rather good parenting in China. That okay, you're stepping away from my desires and my agendas, but you know what? I still love you, so I'm gonna do all these things behind your back and without telling you. And it's okay that you don't recognize me, or like you would think of me in a very different impression. But as long as you are well, you're fine. I don't care about your impressions about me. So there is a level of selflessness, and
Xianyun.
I think it also relates to a kind of life aesthetic for getting the result for what they want without inserting themselves too much in the story.
Mm-hmm. And does this fit nicely?
So we don't celebrate. We don't usually celebrate like what's celebrated in Hollywood, like, oh, we did it, or like it's all about us, right? We accomplished this goal that's so hard and so rare and so difficult, right? But we would celebrate for stepping into a new relationship. We would celebrate for having a new change, right? So I think that's a very different axiology.
Mm-hmm. What about is this fit with nicely with the actions of the Xian? How Xian act?
Say that again.
Xian act. How Xian
You glitched.
How Xian act.
Oh, yeah, right. So, we would say that it. I think this was depicted in Mozi, that people would not know those ones who subtly prevented the problem from happening, but they would know those ones who are noisy, who always brag about themselves, right? So it's saying that many authentic and actually helpful things may be done without being advertised, without being well known, but they are honorable, right? I think this should be a good, what should I say, description or compliment to Xian in general.
All right, this is now.
But it's debatable as well, because not all Xian are like morally good.
Yeah.
they could be.
Okay, I'm gonna see how much of the end. I think for this segment, this first Zoom meeting, this will be about this, and then we'll move to Lantern Rite.
本仙用自己的血炼成丹药，也不过是帮你将这条路延长了数十年而已。本仙并非无所不能，再这样下去，你会连自己身为人的事情也一同忘记，彻底变成没有心智的怪物。不过幸好，你找回了昔日的记忆，如此一来，就可以避免最糟糕的结局。这是你自己努力的结果，本仙不过稍加帮助而已。
所以，奶奶她以后会怎么样？
本仙会帮助她重新成为一只野鹤。若有缘，或许将来的某天，她可以重新开启灵智，
变成普通的野鹤。
仙君，您为我做的已经足够多了，我不知道该如何报答您的恩情，这对我来说。 已经是最好的结果，我还有时间吗？
不多了，抓紧。
奶奶，不要走好不好？我只有您了。
别难过，好孩子。奶奶这一生已经很满足了，没有什么遗憾。唯一放不下的，就只有你了。你要好好吃饭啊。 现在正是长身体的时候，要吃得饱饱的，才能长高高。奶奶不在的时候，你要照顾好自己。
我知道，我一定听奶奶的话。
真乖，没事的。就算变成野鹤，奶奶也会变成奥藏山最厉害的野鹤，没日没夜的努力修行。 等到未来的某一天，奶奶不需要化形药，也可以变成人形。到时候，我们就可以重新生活在一起，好不好？
好，
这就对了。 即便暂时不能相见，只要我们彼此一同努力，就一定会有重逢的那一天。
我会好好吃饭，等奶奶回来。不管多久，我都会等的。
好孩子，我放心了。对不起，仙君，谢谢。
Just like that. It's so profound. I don't know if it's profound, it's just touching. There's a very touching cutscene, but I don't know if we have time for it. Afterward, it's just the protagonist dreaming of reuniting with their sibling, and it's beautiful. But honestly, let me just briefly show that.
Yes.
相信分别的日子总会迎来终结，我会将所有的辛苦抛在脑后。如果这样的生活可以一直，
做噩梦了？不应该啊，人在放松时应该会做个好梦才对。
是一个好梦，
只是不想醒过来。本仙很擅长聊天，但并不精通宽慰别人的话术。你已经很努力了。本仙知道你意志坚定，从不畏惧任何艰难险阻。所以，无论是怎样的梦，本仙都相信你一定可以实现。当然，如果你在这个过程中遇到危险，或是感到疲惫的话，可以随时来找本仙。毕竟，从年龄上看，本仙也算是你的长辈吧。
All right, final thoughts on this quest?
I think Shenhe is developing a more humanized sense, right? So in the past, although she has done so much, she has learned so much from I forgot the name of the lady crane, but right, she learned so much from that relationship, or like she has done well in that relationship, but now she's more like human. She's less of an adepti or less of a xian to be somewhat indifferent with humans.
Yes, because when we first met Cloud Retainer, she, after hearing that Zhongli was quote unquote dead, because we thought he was dead, she was ready to kill all humanity. So yeah, she's gone a long way. I mean, even though she has obviously taken in people in the past, like especially Shenhe, but yeah, this is a very different side of Xianyun than we've seen before. I feel like she's very more like, I don't want anything to do with people. So now that she outside of Shenhe, like it's Shenhe and that's about it. And Ganyu's half Xian, so doesn't matter. Ganyu's half Xian. So either way, final thoughts? I mean, more final thoughts?
That'll be it. No more thoughts.
All right. Now, more of parenting. We're not
We're not done with parenting.
not done with parenting.
Okay.
The final quest will not be about parenting. Well, I guess it's about parenting humanity, but outside of that,
It's Lunar New Year. It's all about parenting.
you're back. All right, now on to the quest that probably most people have played. Through all of this. Xianyun canonically takes place before this. Like, because this basically what happens at the end of the quest is she moves into Liyue Harbor and adopts Shuyu as her new disciple. She gets a new cute outfit. It's bright green. So Shuyu is still part of. You're not done with Shuyu yet.
Okay. I thought like she's flown away. She's gone.
No, Yuandai's gone, not Shuyu. No.
Oh, it's the granddaughter.
Granddaughter Shuyu. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I will say something. Gaming's English voice actor is great. He's the one guy because he is Chinese. There have been other he does actually pronounce everything correctly. He says Shenhe. He says Yong. He says Zhongzi. Like he pronounces everything correctly. And I complimented on that on Twitch. So, but we are gonna sit with Chinese. I'm gonna say that his English voice actor was very authentic and Chinese. But we will keep it. Obviously, what's more authentic than a Chinese-speaking Chinese person? So let's go.
我老爸是个普通的商人而已，做点茶叶生意，跟飞云商会没得比啦。老爸他，他从很久以前就希望我能够继承家业，靠做生意发财。但没办法，我完全不是这样的人，也不想走这样的路。
你没有跟他好好聊一聊吗？告诉他你自己的兴趣爱好和职业规划什么什么的。
当然说过啊，我说想做武兽系，让全提瓦特的人都来看我的武兽系。在老爸看来
Sound like a boy? Does it sound like a woman's voicing him, or is that a man voicing him?
Yeah, it sounds like a woman's voice, and also from the southern.
He's an adult. What the hell?
There's a slight touch for the southern accent.
Okay. I guess it's a man voicing him in English, so definitely whatever. You've heard of that kind of dance before? Okay, we should probably there's a moment where he does the dance, so we probably should wait till then.
这根本不是试验，而是小孩子玩泥沙。
怎么这样？
他大概是觉得时间长了，我早晚会认清现实，而我一直以来都只一心想练武兽系。直到有一天，他想带我去见其他茶商，打点日后的关系，我拒绝了。我们大吵一架，差点就要动起手来。最后我脑袋一热，离家出走了。自那之后再也没有回去过。别批评我先呐，我也不是觉得自己没有错。不对，我知道这种解决方式不好，但我老爸固执得很，就算我说出来的话再怎么真情实意，在他眼里也是两片嘴唇上下一碰。
How did she pronounce that?
佳明.
It's actually jamming. It's actually
so it's JIA. It should be JIA.
There he did not pronounce correct. He still just says gamen. Okay, so it's actually jamming. Okay, got it. Jamming.
I think it's probably because the character is representing a like Cantonese accent in a little bit.
Is gaming?
I caught that up in the syntax and like in the expression.
Is gaming still right?
It would be appropriate for Cantonese. I think that's we have to consult William for that.
改变不了他想法的。我是觉得讲多无谓了，还不如在璃月港出人头地先，让结果说话。
佳明，
但眼下的情况你们也知道喽，武兽系在璃月港人气不足。之前我挨家挨户跑到人家店里问需不需要表演，多数都是10白果收场。讲梦想前，至少要吃得起饭先吧。所以我找了镖师的工作赚钱，现在养活自己已经是绰绰有余的了。
All right. What do you think so far, or do you need more?
I just heard a rebellious rich boy trying to step away from a narrative
he very much
being
clarifies that
prescribed by
very
his,
much clarifies he's not rich. His parents aren't rich. They're just. He says that he's not.
they're just controllable. Okay.
They're just. Apparently, the father is not a rich tea merchant, but he is a tea merchant. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Caught
Okay.
either way, but they still basically a rebellious rich boy.
Yeah, rebellious rich boy.
This all starts by they asked him the question of why can you pay for all this food? He's like, oh, are you rich? He's like, no, I'm not rich. It's like
Oh.
my family's very, very normal tea merchant, but or tell me, are all tea merchants rich? Are all tea merchants rich?
Uh, not all, but they're quite wealthy. Like they're if you are a tea merchant, then you're definitely affluent.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
think
especially in Canton, like especially in that region, like
mhm.
everybody drinks tea. Like
So what
the need is infinite.
Yip Tak, which is his father, is not actually having the Hofreif. He's doing well.
Say that again?
His father's living it good. Is what you're saying in reality?
Yeah, I think they're at least affluent. They're like middle class at least.
That's what I'm saying. No, I think he's middle class. I don't think his father's poor, but I think there's trying to. He's
Yeah,
trying to,
right.
I'm not upper class.
Yeah. Maybe not higher middle class for sure.
Higher middle, but not upper. That's what he's trying to say. I think. But
Yeah.
either way, anything else? Okay, outside rebellious middle boy. At least.
Yeah.
What else? What else? Anything else so far?
And he has a strong agency, right? He has an aspiration. He knows what he's willing to do, and he has been doing it. He has been trying it out. So pretty good. He can sustain his own life right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's commendable, I think.
Mm-hmm. I guess you still need more for the philosophy of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. So basically, they were making kites.
Making kites. Ooh.
Yeah, this is all. There's gonna be a kite flying competition. Okay, fine.
Nice.
Tell us about the significance. Tell us what the significance
Of kite.
Yes.
So this is something that we would usually do in the spring, right? Maybe not during spring festival, but at least in where I live, this is a very springy activity where families would make kites, and then like they would find a windy day and then start kite flying, right? And even some kite competition. And it comes in two parts. Part one is the delicacy of the kite, like how well it's adorned and things like that. And the other is how high it could fly, or like how durable it is and things like that, right? So on the sky, like how long could it fly and things like that, right? So it represents new hope, new freedom, and steps right into the storm, right? So a sense of adventure as well, a sense of prepared adventure.
Mm-hmm. All right.
佳明说了什么呀？
他说：“风筝不管走得再远，飞得再高，总有一节线牵着自己，无法真正无拘无束地飞在空中。”说这话的时候，他的表情看起来很落寞。
回想起来，佳明对风筝的态度是有些奇怪。
联想自己，如果我是风筝的话，这根线对我而言便是极为重要的东西，意味着清远和牵绊，还有
申鹤。
虽然这份联系纤细而又遥远，但倘若没有这根线，我可能会失去归处。如你所说，佳明是在联想自己的话，我就更费解了。
可能大家的立场、经历与想法并不相同吧，这也是常有的事。
就像有的人喜欢吃辣，有的人碰都不能碰一样。
所以理解与包容才尤为重要。
这是在聊什么？都聊到理解与包容上了。本仙来晚了。
随便闲扯几句啦。闲云，你真是一点消息都不肯放过呢。你去哪啦？
So.
Not much more.
Not much more. That's it.
每次想到这种地方，我就觉得自己的判断没错，不该服这
That's the father.
个软，没错，不该服这个软。我甚至好几次后悔，早看什么武兽戏。
Yes, that is Zhongli.
Yeah, I recognized.
God himself is literally all of the gods are fucking intervene. Oh, I did whatever.
Yeah.
I'm cutting that out. All of the gods are intervening to save this relationship between him and his father.
Okay. Oh, Nahida came?
All the Chinese gods. Nahida
okay.
should have come all the way from Sumeru, but she's not.
Okay.
Sadly, Nahida did not come. All of the God and the Adepti all came to help.
Okay, wow.
叶叔无需为此烦忧。钟离先生看着岁数不大，竟也如此有心得。莫非是我错估了您？
He is obviously dead, so this is his. No one knows that Zhongli is God, obviously. So only certain people.
您的年纪，
呵呵，叶叔客气了。实不相瞒，我有一位老朋友，家中数位女儿都已独立。他与您不同，比起为小辈烦忧，倒是更愿意放手一搏，让孩子自己去闯。
那他可真是想得开呀。我怕是不够豁达。哦，对，刚才就想说了，钟离兄不必客气，若是愿意喊我一声叶兄就好。
好。
所以钟离兄也觉得我太爱操心了吗？
哎，叶兄此言差矣，关怀子女本是应当。不过，就像近来四处飞舞的风筝，线绷得太紧，未必就是好。我那老友常说，儿孙如有凌云才智，只想去9天一探，再扯线不放，风筝怕是更易坠地。
唉，还是我迂腐了。
家人情谊不可以迂腐称之。叶兄需要的不过是稍稍放宽心。叶兄乃重情之人，不如将挂念家民的时间分出一些，四处走走，饮茶观景，说不定眨眼便有惊喜。
眨眼哪有这么快呢
？1天1年，又或是一刹，小辈的成长总在不经意间。叶兄一个做父亲的，最是明白。
佳明这小子，可不是嘛，一会儿不看着，翅膀就硬了。
这家伙说的头头是道呢。哎
Nice.
Is that better now?
Yes.
Is there so the kite metaphor?
I think Zhongli just delivered a perfect liberating philosophy for parents.
What about
for East Asian parents?
What
who
about
are so controllable, so have specific desire, specific anticipations for their kids, and also they love them so much for their like well-beings, right? So they are regretful for being so pushy, but at the same time they don't know how to love properly. And Zhongli just liberated him.
He's not liberated yet. Not liberated yet, I will say. He's not liberated.
Yeah, but that's a good. I like how this is going. I like where this is going.
Now I'm curious, as basically the equivalent of the Jade Emperor for Liu, in a way, as basically the highest god of the region. would Jade Emperor ever say this?
No,
I would
Jade
never say
Emperor, I don't think he's ever even came down to the earthly realm.
Okay, but I guess would a high god would any god would any of the Shen advocate for this? Advocate for this philosophy?
Maybe, I think a lot, actually. I think a lot. Many of them were mortals, right? And they become Xian afterwards. And then they still have that humanly sense and
right?
Humanly perspective. Yes. And they they're quite responsible for what's going on in the humanly realm. And I think that well-being and happiness, the human enjoyment, it's something necessary. It's not something that's that we can like ask for in a sense of luxury. But
would you say this is possibly Taoism versus Confucianism happening right now?
A bit true, right? Like Confucianism part is the
Zhongli and
controllability, the domination as a parent. The Taoist part will be to like free yourself from your personal desires and expectations, alongside by freeing your kids.
Yeah, so would you say the Zhongli and the Xian are advocating the Taoist perspective? While
I would say so.
Mm-hmm. Would that make sense for, I guess, how they'd be usually depicted? Would you just said they would usually advocate the Taoist perspective because they're Taoist mostly. Well, no, no.
At that time,
China is Taoist, Buddhist, Taoist, Confucian, Buddhist. They're all together.
They're all together. Like, as long as it's useful, as long as it frees people, right? As long as it gives an answer, they're adequate. It might be good, but it's adequate. So I think that's why the three philosophies are so intertwined with each other, because they're all so good. So inspirational.
I still need more validation of Confucianism, but like just like the odd one out that's like, this is kind of like what's ruining it.
I think this would relate to something that I was learning in GSE. About ideology.
This feels also
ideologies
like
of education.
This feels like a lot about the philosophy of education. How about connect this to education? What do you think about that?
So there's 4 kinds of ideologies in education, especially as a curriculum designer or as a like educator in general. There's the first type will be scholarly academic, right? That you would want to perpetuate knowledge. You have something that you think is objectively true or like objectively valuable, and
that would be the authority.
And you just have to get a hold with it, right? You have to learn that. So that's one reason for the controllability. Wouldn't
this be sort of like the 4 different styles of parenting?
They might be quite similar, but hear me out. The second type will be social efficiency, right? Societal efficiency, that you are only receiving an education for the benefit of the society's well-being. So you're training yourself to become more useful, more trustworthy as a member of society, right? And then there's
that feels even more Chinese than the first one.
right, the communist. and there's student-centered education, where they recognize that everybody has their unique and individualized needs, right? There's a certain skill that they have to obtain to fulfill those needs. There's certain vision that they have to unfold, right? And things like that. So giving out proper help to assist their personal growth in their own pace is essentially what education should be doing, right? And I forgot the first one. Probably something similar. It's social reconstructionalist. So you would, so education not only fulfills many personal needs, but it reforms the society. It is a process for us to elect what's important as a society, right? Maybe it's knowledge, maybe it's human well-being, maybe it's other things, but it's about reconstructing. It's about creating a change in the society.
All right, let's now for the best cuts. One of the best cutscenes ever.
琪琪，我们马上就要到了。低下来一点。
This is accurate. Are those dresses? Their New Year dresses better, or are they still not accurate?
Pretty cool.
Okay.
今年的海灯节也一样热闹呢。啊，发生了什么事？
是哪里出故障了吗？
怎么会这样？
这可怎么办？哎，有人联系千岩君吗？
哦，那是什么？
Instrument. What is that instrument? Do you?
Sheng, I think.
Okay. What is it?
It's Suona.
Yeah, no, I just thought because another video couldn't recognize the instrument, and they're both white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like, people like know what the first one instrument is, but like they didn't know the second one is. Duana? Okay.
Suona.
Duana. Okay.
Yes, so it's the sharpest, most high-pitched instrument ever. Usually used for ceremony and all kinds of ritual.
And
you would hear them in marriage. You would hear them for funerals, and you would hear them for like New Year. It's like the loudest noise.
New Year, like
yes.
this.
Yes, exactly.
So its use is accurate.
Yeah, very accurate.
Okay.
But the acting is modified, because usually for these dances there should be like two people like being in the same animal, right? If it's a lion, then usually it's two. If it's a dragon, then there might be 5 or 7, right, people inside.
Right.
And here there's only one, which is
it's the classic dance of like a dragon, right? Like that you think of all the people.
Yeah, dragon or lion, right? Yeah. There's I think Jackie Chan has done a movie about it, so check it out if you want. It's pretty fun.
You're saying the dance is not authentic?
Yeah, not quite. It's modified, right? There should be 2 people, but maybe he's so rebellious that like he'll do it himself.
Is there anything accurate about it or no?
The music is pretty accurate.
The music is accurate.
Yeah, I like the music.
Right.
And the drawing is pretty accurate.
What that he's holding?
Of the lion, yeah, of the lion head.
They call the lion a Suanni.
Suanni, yes. Yeah. So Suanni is is when the dragon had an offspring with a lion. Yeah, right. I think it's the 4th or maybe the 5th offspring of the 9. right, of the 9 offsprings of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And for this year, I think they're renaming the Chinese dragon back to Long with 2 O's, right? Loong, right? Just to make a difference, because dragon is usually the lizard-like evil creature in the West, right, with wings. Then Long is something different that looks like a snake in its form, but has so many other like animals elements in between, symbolizing auspiciousness,
Like Qilin and like and all these different.
Yeah, like they're not should be something that's blissful and like healthy and holy, right, rather than evil and greedy and like murderous.
Yeah.
刚才我按了那么多张吗？哎呀，得赶紧把备用画片换上。加油！加油！加油！
风怎么？
我也想当这个大风筝。你看到那个飞在最前面的风筝了吗？好漂亮啊！海灯节快乐！海灯节快乐！那我就先回去了。
哦，谢谢你，小妹妹，我们送送你吧。
不用不用，师傅就在附近。
老爸，
这次我先说吧。
好啊。
很精彩。看了那么久的武兽戏，连我也不得不说一句，很精彩。
没想到老爸也有松口的时候。
你呀，真想把它当事业做。
对，我知道这会很困难，但是
那不重要。我是说，困难是客观的，但它不重要。重要的是你的决定、你的梦想，还有你的行动。想当年我忆苦思甜，还是留给下次吧。总之，老爸我改主意了，这风筝啊，也该往更高的地方飞了。
老爸，
儿子。
啊，干嘛突然这么叫？
是不是在心里想，真不像你，你还会说这种话？
有一点吧。
老是找不到机会说。其实，其实对我来说，你是一个非常好的孩子。
啊。
好了，我想说的话说完了。你刚才不是也有什么想说？
他们俩聊开了呢，就连我也有种大功告成的欣慰感。
过去吧。那边，你的朋友还在等你。
哎，可是你好不容易才来璃月港。
我会再在璃月港待一阵子的。喝早茶的钱就你来出了。
哎呀，老爸，你真是的。
去吧。
好，回见，我走先。
佳明，嘿嘿嘿，你笑得好甜哦。
有吗？
这没什么好害羞的啦。
我想去找闲云姨，找帮了我忙的朋友们，好好多谢下大家。如果还有时间的话，就叫上大家一起，我们去放风筝吧。
旅行者，若你想问我是否见到海灯节的灯火与美景，你看，这座山后方便是璃月港，登高望远，能将夜幕下缓缓升起的风筝尽数收入眼底，如此便好。早些时候邀请你来此地找我，是有一件事情想做，陪我放一盏宵灯吧。技艺不精之处，莫要笑我。你果然会这样说，那我便松手了。
That wasn't really anything, but okay. We'll get to Xiao eventually. Xiao's a very emo character, as you can see.
I do have something to say about the father and son situation.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I had not seen that. I knew there was a secret scene. I guess I didn't go to it.
Yeah, but it's usually happening in a time of ceremony where they would all like finally authentically empathize with each other, like in a culturally significant moment, and then they would like hug each other and say that, oh, you mean so much to me. That's when they can finally feel appropriate to express their their love for each other explicitly. Otherwise, they're way too shy to do that.
I guess what is the takeaway of this quest? Outside of what is the takeaway? And I guess about all this kite symbolism.
Yeah, right. So I think in this case, they're not really symbolizing freedom per se. They're symbolizing the opposite of freedom, right? The controlledness, right? And being the sense of being held up to. And the kite string is symbolizing the control from the parents to the children. And that kind of connection is somewhat delicate, right? It's powerful, right? If you don't give out enough string, then then the kite would feel so controlled. They will feel uncomfortable. But if you give out too much, you might feel uncomfortable. But there's a certain point that if you really didn't free them out, they're gonna freak out. They're gonna like snap the string and leave, never come back, right? Or hardly ever come back. So I think it's a metaphorical analogy for the parenting situation in China.
Anything else? Or I guess we could stop now and I should go to my meeting. We'll briefly talk about the next steps, but anything else for Lantern Rite?
Oh, the lantern symbolizes hope, right? Any hope that it's like a birthday wish where you kind of, but usually you wouldn't hope something that's too small. It's not like I would get an A for something that would be too small. You will hope for something slightly larger, but not, or maybe way too large, like world peace or. Right? That's usually what I would wish for these like lantern.
Shower lantern.
Yeah.
I know you don't know his deal yet, but very depressed Buddhist demon, basically. That's
depressed Buddhist demon. Okay.
It's like I have guys again. His whole deal is I have so much karma, negative karma on me.
Okay.
When we get to Xiao, we'll get to Xiao, but yeah, I guess so. If the depressed Buddhist demon flows out the lantern, that means that there's hope, like release in a sense.
Yeah, maybe liberation.
The cycle of karma, yes.
Yep.
All right. I guess we'll do that, and then we'll get to Chenyu briefly, and then if we have time, we'll do just something special. We'll just briefly do White Knight. White Knight. But I will go for now. All right. We're back. We're gonna do Chenyu. We're gonna do this little thing from Chenyu Vale and White Knight. All right. Let me tell you what you shall do. My arrows at my heart. You approach up close. I crush your neck. No! Don't intend to kill you. Why? Not. You've already lost. Understand. Fine. Let me ask you one question. Do you really care that you think that cat? You do that to me. Louis, I need to fight. Maybe I'll be friends. You, Fujin. You have not the strength to form two legs of your own, and you wish to walk in their form and speak to me. How can humans and wild beasts ever be friends? That's not true, Bluey. You're lying. That's the case. Why didn't you just let those beasts eat me back then? Humans, beasts can't be. My actions somewhere beyond my understanding. You were merely fortunate. Well, why don't you just go mountain as well? She almost bumped into you while you. Okay, this is. Humans possess such wisdom that even nature submits to your will. In that case, you tell me, why didn't I eat her? What kind of question? That why shouldn't you does. Assume you are correct. Just told me much about the ancient. The year before the rites, you would tell me about that white snake, how expectant you were, how nervous, and after the rites, you would tell us how festivities were so fun and lively. You'd always speak, and I could not help but listen. Only humans forget. I forget nothing. You've cleared this doubt of mine. Now may I ask a question. You Velsatis. You planted tea trees, promising to enjoy tea with us. This too I remember, but that sort of tea no longer exists. I want to change that. I want to make it like it was all the millennia ago. You've walked with humans for far too long. Forgotten that you, I, and Snake all came from nature. I knew that you never truly perished, and you did not depart the place like the snake. So wish to change this place in this form when you were born. All these years, I've been slowly adjusting the spirit veins. Okay, so that's where the miasma came from. Correct the side effects. In the end, the process will change the soil, the waters, and the forest to what they should have been. The soil and forest should have been. You truly forgotten the past. The rivers rose and fell with the rains, and their path was not fixed. The tea trees and the flowers were not trimmed or cultivated, nor did they exist for humanity. In such an environment, you would regain your old form and frolic once in the great rivers. Yet spiritual power blanketed the land in those days. The wild shrubs grew thick. Now the mountains and forests are silent, and the shimmering voice, spirit waters tinkling like jade, can be heard no longer. But you don't understand. You still think you must stop me. Anyway, more blessed than most have lived such a happy life. In the end, my soul returned to my home. You're the one who does not understand. Yes, I have never understood, and you defeated me. You should have taken my territory. You planted tea on my mountain and gave that land to the humans. I do not understand why you did this. Chenyu Vale was once a nameless land. We were nameless insects, beasts, and fish. I was the master of an uncultivated mountain, and today this place belongs to neither of us. You took a human form and walked among them. You instituted the Rain Jade Rite, helped them change the soil and water. I did not understand then either. You could see how happy you were. The snake changed into human form and used her knowledge to create medicines, save the sick. I cannot understand how the actual human figures could help her do what she wished, but I do not know why it was done. What happened after it caused me so more confusion. Brought alongside humans and still. You both belong to the great river of the mountains forest. Okay, damn it.
Jay.
Well,
When you have auto glass damage,
what do you think so far? Right.
I think they're speaking about something similar to Godzilla.
What?
Right? In Godzilla, that I forgot. There was a military person, and he advocates pure naturalism and kind of dispels all values of humans, that we are essentially doing harm to the environment for all the things that we've been doing. So it will be the best for the entire world to perish human, right, and retain to a totally primitive state, right? And I think they're speaking something similar, that none of these existence that are not human are for human, right? They're not designed for human. We should step aside from anthropocentrism and to be more cognizant of other life forms and beings.
Chenyu Vale was a nameless land, and we were nameless insects, beasts, and fish. I was the master of an uncultivated mountain. Today, this place belongs to neither of us. Took a human form and wanted to. The snake changed. What happened after caused me still more confused. And humans, you both belong to great minds. And now, okay. Trading wealth like you, I did not understand these concepts. I did not understand why they joy and sorrow. But across the young, I also see many things. The cries of children break my heart, and the sound of an old person shatter memories saddens me, just as though it were a microcosm of the mountains and rivers. Children who wash their little feet in the streams, and fishermen laughing beneath the light of the mountain rainbow's arc. The moonlight trysts the lovebirds, their figures painted silver. These two are pictures of this land. How different is their distance from us, Mars? What do you think about that?
Nothing new, and it's still talking about the essential difference. Yeah, I think that relates to Zhuangzi, where he thinks that none of our experiences, or I mean, like none of our existence, are so distinct from other categories, right? So my existence is essentially the same as this table, that chair over there, right? They're essentially the same. There's no significant differences between anything. And in such detachment, we would be able to see things more clearly, and we'll be able to free ourselves from a lot of burdens.
Mm-hmm. You mean to say that you've chosen to take the side of emotions, not through natural principles or logic, not to anyone's orders? I suspect the Herb Lord had some same reasons as I. That said, I'm sure she put very differently, huh? I mean, that's what you do not understand. Do you not? I think you've understood for a long time when our Lord, when our previous God raised the waters. It was you who brought their familiars around to attack the people and drive them to the shelters we had created. I just wish to help my friends. Doing so means going against nature and the principles you follow. Even if I'm going against nature, I would do so anyway. Damn it. Okay. Do you not? I think you've understood for a long time. Wait, no. You may ask me a question. I truly wish to say of the Chinese, so please don't stop me from nursing the water and so. Oh yeah, this is all because the soil gets polluted. The soil is polluted. You have walked with humans for so much time, and you've. And yeah, okay. And then she becomes a carp. Oh yeah, only with the symbolism of a carp. Yeah, she's a carp. She's a carp Xian.
Xian, what?
She's a Xian. Oh, that's a Xian.
Hmm.
She's a carp.
Maybe there's another thing that that I'm not so acquainted with, but the carp is normally like a water life that would eventually becomes a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Alone in the end after.
All right. That's actually Wesley. That's actually. So, what do you think about that design? Does it evoke anything?
The eyebrow is very similar to a long.
A
Right?
dragon?
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Are we good with this or anything more?
No, I think that's all I can get out from that.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
New Year.
Happy New Year.